Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, ES balanced within a range and failed at the prior VPOC at 1992. At this point, a lot of these markets are actually at some pretty decent support, so there can still be some buying coming into the market. But after yesterday's, big downside push, at this point in ES, if we hold below 88 to 90, it would tell us that sellers are still in control, and we could go down and test the prior low at 83.25 and initial support at 79.5 to 81.5. And responsive buyers can still be active at 79.5 to 81.5 on first test, resulting in a rotation back up to 83.25, and from there the 86 87 area. So off the open, we're going to be keeping an eye on 88 to 90 to see whether sellers are able to maintain control and hold ES below 88 to 90. Now, pushing above 90 doesn't necessarily mean that buyers are in control. It just tells you that the market is not as weak as anticipated, or that sellers are not in firm control. It doesn't mean that ES can't fail at the next resistance zone at 91.75 to 93.75, or at 95.75 to 96.75, right? So pops into those resistance areas can still attract sellers, and those areas can still end up being spots where the S&P can fail. But if sellers are aggressive and they're going to maintain some solid control off the open, then ES should hold below 88 to 90. And then on the downside, we'll target a move down to 83.25 and 79.5 to 81.5. That's a spot again where buyers can be active, but we do have to gauge that in real time and make sure that the other markets are kind of at support as well, and that a larger break outside of this balance is not taking place. That the internals are negative, but not extremely negative, and that it's not developing into a trend down type day. So on the downside, if things are looking quite ugly, and the other markets are just really getting killed, then the market could even go down in ES down to 76.5 and potentially 73 to 75, where again buyers can be active on first test. So today we do have to be pretty nimble yet again, because the markets are essentially near some important lows here. If we look at NQ, we can see that we have some important lows around the 40.50, 40.55 area, and NQ has still remained within that range. We haven't seen a big balance breakdown in NQ. TF, which has been weak for quite some time, is also near some support. So TF has support around the 1150 to 1152 area, and if it holds above that, then buyers could still jump back in, and we could start balancing in a range. So today overall, heading into the day, our bias short term is bearish, but we need to be open to the idea that buyers could step in, and if we start seeing some upside momentum, and we start seeing the market holding above 88 to 90, and not really getting a whole lot of selling, then we'll just have to be a bit cautious on the short side. And if we can find a setup on the long side with momentum, then we'll consider that as well. But by default, our short-term bias is bearish, and we're looking for a move down to 79.5 to 81.5. And on the upside, like I said, 91.75 to 93.75 can still attract sellers. 95.75 to 96.75 has potential to cap the upside. That's a pretty key resistance zone. So in the event that we do go up there, the market can still fail at 95.75 to 96.75. So unless we have really, really strong internals on the upside, that zone can actually contain the price, and the market can simply balance below 95.75 to 96.75. So those are our main ideas heading into the open. No major econ report due today. So off the open, let's just keep an eye on 88 to 90, see how the market treats that. And I believe the overnight VPOC is 87. So just keep an eye on that as well. Holding above 87 could result in a move back up to 91.75 to 93.75, and then perhaps we get another failure there yet again. So those are our main thoughts. Let's see how well the sellers can maintain control on the day time frame, and we'll take it from there.